Hey friends, it is your creative weird makeup artist pal Cat Sketch to bring you guys a brand new makeup video. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I wanted to catfish y'all. Not really, but I wanted to do like a kawaii princess look. I was really inspired by Misty Kitty or Misty Rains on TikTok and Instagram. Love their content. To become the kawaii Japanese princess I was meant to be. We're gonna have all pink hair. We're gonna have baby bottle hair clips. We're gonna have as much as I could do. So stay tuned while we talk about catfish stories. I've been watching Catfish, obsessed with Catfish. I feel like everybody has dealt with a scam, whether it's a phone call, an advertisement, or a person in their own lives. So let's get into these Catfish stories that I scoured the internet for to retell to all of you while doing our makeup today. We need to slap on some moisturizer because how can we become a kawaii princess if our skin, the canvas, isn't made well? So I'm just putting some moisturizer and eye cream on all the places and rubbing that in, covering our eyes like we don't see the deceitfulness of these catfishes that are playing us and pretending to be 20 years younger than they are and saying that they're rich and famous when they're not. So first I'm going to delete my eyebrows and talk about this story of a person who found their catfish on Reddit. So this person was actually a swinger and was talking to someone on Reddit for a good long while, exchanging photos, having full-on conversations. This was a man seeking out a woman, having the conversations online before they meet, you know? Well, friends, get this. So this is weird, but it turns out when he met up with this girl, it was actually her boyfriend who's been talking to him online the whole entire time, pretending to be the girlfriend. But then when he met the girlfriend, she was kind of into him. What? I'm so confused. I'm just covering my eyebrows and my dark circles with some corrector because we're gonna draw on new eyebrows. I forgot I definitely need a wig cap on before I do all the rest of this makeup to make it look like my wig will look good, you know, without my dark hair showing through. So this next one, this person's cousin was in a relationship with a girl from Istanbul, but the girl's family was overseas. So the girl actually didn't live with her family and she lived with her grandma. And this person kept telling their cousin that they are getting catfish, but the cousin just did not want to believe them. And at one point, their cousin and this girl from Istanbul was in a game chat, and this person asked the girl from Istanbul, "Oh, where are you from?" She freaked out a little bit and she gave them like a street name, but I guess she wasn't thinking through because they found out just from a quick Google search that the street she was on wasn't in Istanbul. It was literally a 5-minute walk from this person's dad's house. And they were actually gonna go, the person who's been calling out this girl's a catfish, to her house to confront her, but they had food poisoning at the time. And then 2 or 3 days later, of course, the cousin was talking to the girl from Istanbul, who's actually, you know, 5 minutes away. And it just so happens that her grandmother died and she needed to move with some of their relatives, and they never heard from her again. Just so crazy how it's almost like people love lying sometimes and creating a story. It's almost like being their own writer. It's like they should just be a writer and make money off of it instead of, like, you know, trying to scam people out of money and catfishing people in real life. Why don't they just start writing books? That would be so much more interesting. They could lie all they want in a book. Make up a story. Now that I look like an alien instead of an anime child, I'm going to be setting my face with powder. This next story is from a female, and she said this guy's been messaging her on Facebook for 4 years off and on. And for the story, to keep like her and this person anonymous, she's naming this guy Robbie. This nose contour will be the death of me. It's so hard to accomplish. So this guy Robbie had a really nice handsome profile picture and he drove a very nice sports car, but the girl telling the story also drove a really nice sports car. And Robbie would always ask her on dates, but she would politely decline and say no because she was actually dating someone at the time and, you know, didn't want to cheat on the person she was seeing. But when this person was single, she decided to go on a date with Robbie and say yes. And he agreed to pick her up at her house, but before like she even gave him the address, after she said yes, he was already outside of her house, outside the front door. What? Suspicious, right? And she never remembers telling him her address, so she was super terrified. Immediate red flag. And when the Robbie guy got out of his car, a man got out, but it didn't resemble the Robbie that she knew from the profile pictures. It didn't resemble those profile pictures that she's seen online at all. And she's not one to judge someone by their appearance, so she actually gave him a chance to let his personality talk. I mean, more than I would do, because I would be terrified that they knew where I lived. Alright, this story gets even creepier. So, you know, she's gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt and let him talk and let his, you know, personality speak. And as he was talking, she realizes this guy has known her since she was a little kid and knows her entire family. What? Like what? I need my eyebrows to be as straight as needles so they could like prick someone. That's how sharp I need them to be. Turns out this Robbie was her second cousin. Immediately not only left but rejected him. Good for her. Oh my gosh. I hope this person told literally every single member of their family. I just had to do these eyebrows off camera because it's so incredibly hard to draw all new, brand new eyebrows. Just slap them on your face. It's hard. Anyways, let's get to blush. These are my favorites. This is my Colourpop. They only sell these around Valentine's Day. But we need the blush like so high it's going into our eyeball. Literally. It has to be matte and pigmented. It has to go over the bridge of your nose as well. This person, the next Catfish, was talking to a girl in Australia who was trying to convince them to move there without actually meeting them in person first. What? My blush needs to look like I've been standing in 1,000 suns just crisping my Caucasian skin off. Baking it. I'm only half, but still. So luckily, this person was no way considering moving all the way to Australia without meeting this person first. But they were talking to this person on the phone for a year or more and exchanging pictures like every day. You have to get the white, that part of your eye that sucks coloring right here, and bring it down even more than you would expect for kawaii makeup looks. Like this, like you're staring into someone's soul because you don't have a soul, and you know the eyes are the windows to the soul, but yours is empty and decrepit and abandoned. You know? Set that as well. Okay, now get this. That girl called him crying one day saying her sister had been murdered in front of her 4-year-old daughter, which they have a daughter, new to the picture, by their friend who was high on drugs. What? This is a lot. But that's how catfishes get you. They always have a backup stories and lies that could sound believable but also crazy at the same time. Like, oh my gosh, Mercury's in Gatorade and the stars don't align and I have the worst luck and the worst life. You should give me money, you know. You should feel bad for me. That's how it always is. I've watched a lot of Catfish. And on the phone, when she was crying to him about this, she was understandably inconsolable, so he even literally considered flying to go see her to make sure, you know, her and her 4-year-old daughter are okay. And they were actually considering finding a way to get money to make the trip, sell some of their collectible books. And they're going through Flickr, which is like a photo website, and found the pics that she had sent this person that was supposed to be her. And he like did a reverse search and found breadcrumbs leading back to it being a photo that was supposed to be recent, but of a random girl that wasn't her from 7 years ago that did not lead back to Australia at all. So they emailed a link of the pictures and evidence they had to the girl and said, you know, what the hell? What does this mean? And the girl never responded back. And it honestly makes me wonder if she even had a kid. Like, what of it was real? Which part of the story? Was all of it real? Not real? Was only some of it not real? Was the kid real or not? And from then on, he never spoke to her again. But recently he heard a story of a guy killing a girl and did some research. And later down the road, he was curious about, you know, the guy that killed this girl's family member in front of the kid, and did research on who that guy was, which was curious. And they were shocked at what they found. So this girl had been sending pictures, you know, like not safe for work pictures of themselves, not fully clothed. And it turned out those pictures that she pretended to be her, that were from 7 years ago, whatever, was not of her, but of her sister. What? Imagine you have a whole life fake online and a fake boyfriend, and it was because of your sister faking being you. Now this is gonna be so hard. I have to draw like little eyelashes on the bottom lash line below that white. I'm gonna do these bottom lashes off camera because it's so intricate and like hard. So this person is a female and was best friends with a girl named Jess in college, right? They're like the bestest of friends. In fact, they were such good friends that Jess's parents were like this person's second set of parents as well. Like they were really close to Jess's family too, which I totally understand and get. I've had friends like that, and I'm close with their parents. And their friend Jess was obsessed with this guy named Mike. But Mike didn't like Jess back, but Mike had a friend that liked this person, Andrew. Andrew fancied them, the person who's saying the story. And one day, this person runs into Andrew, and Andrew asks, "Oh, how are you doing?" But was like odd, like, "Oh, did you mean all the stuff that you said about me?" And they didn't know. They didn't understand because they haven't been talking to Mike. Mike said they'd been dating for 6 months and said that she would sleep with them. And they were so confused, like, Mike, we never dated. And his face dropped. He was so confused. Just doing little kawaii hearts and like blushing moments. And then they put 2 and 2 together and they found out that her friend Jess had been talking to Mike pretending to be her, saying they'd been dating for 6 months. And they concluded that Jess was only pretending to be her to talk to Andrew to get close to Mike and more information about Mike through his best friend. I hate covering my cupid's bow or doing it for this look. I'm gonna go do my lipstick, put on a wig and everything. I will be back. And just like that, we have completed this look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of me turning into this kawaii princess. I just got this wig and these hair clips from Amazon, and all other products I used in this video will be listed down below in the description box. Definitely follow the creator who inspired this look. Their content is so cute, adorable, and well crafted. This was so much fun to turn into this beautiful, animated looking makeup girl while talking about catfish stories. You guys could definitely follow this channel for some more. I post videos every Friday here, and I post on TikTok as well and Instagram. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.